Clay's awesome. You know, he's very entertaining, very energized, does some quirky, unique ways to sort of get engagement with the audience. So really pleased to have Clay do our keynote today. Well, I think it was being willing to take some risks on stage, taking some risks relative to how to set the audience up. I think that kind of created this sort of what's going to happen next. And so just that risk-taking sort of created a unique tension that I think ultimately resulted in a great experience. Well, you know, I think Clay would be an awesome presenter for a number of groups. One, I think the material that he delivers is spot on, but he also can deliver some additional products and services to the organization, even beyond just the things that he does on stage.
My name is David Drucker. I'm the president for UPS Stores Canada, also a member of the AFA board in an honorary position, so kind of a crossover with both sides. I thought it was great. I thought Clay did a wonderful job. I think anytime you're able to get a diverse group together to start finding the commonalities, you're starting to pull the threads together that are going to make something for the future. And I think that was the objective for today, and I think Clay was really able to pull that out. I thought Clay was really good at shifting speeds. He was fast when he needed to be fast, detailed when he needed to be detailed, was able to read the room every so often if we started drifting off too far to the left or too far to the right. He was right there to rudder us back on course. So, I mean, really, I don't think we could have chosen a better guy for the day to lead us.
Napoleon Hill, the best-selling author of Think and Grow Rich. Again, the book is called Think and Grow Rich. The best-selling author of that book, Napoleon Hill, once wrote, "Action is the real measure of intelligence." Well, why would I name my son after Napoleon Hill? Whoa. Well, Napoleon Hill is the best-selling author of Think and Grow Rich, the book that changed my life. You see, I grew up in a family where we didn't have financial success. And then about the age of 17, 18, I figured out how to have financial success. And the book that taught me the specific mindsets that I had to have to become successful was Think and Grow Rich. And by default, I would not be successful. In fact, by default, most people wouldn't be successful. Did you know that 85% of employees lie on their resume, according to Inc. magazine? 85% of employees lie on their resume, according to Inc. magazine. Did you know that 75% of employees steal from the workplace, according to the U.S. Chamber and CBS News? What? 75% of employees steal from the workplace. And did you know that 96% of businesses fail by default, according to Inc. magazine? So if 85% of employees lie on resumes, 75% of employees steal from the workplace, and 96% of businesses fail, what is the statistical probability that you'll become successful by default? Think about it this way. In America, there are 330 million Americans that we know of. On average, less than 10% of our population identifies as being self-employed at any given time. And 96% of those that say they're self-employed fail. So what percentage of people will become successful as an entrepreneur? It's a very low percentage. So on today's show, we're going to walk you through why great companies like UPS or eXp Realty or Maytag will hire people like me to come in to teach their employees, their employees and their franchisees the importance of following the systems. You see, even a franchisee who buys a proven system from a great company like Maytag or UPS or eXp or Farmers Insurance or insert the name of the brand, OxyFresh, even the franchisee who has bought into the system, they often need to be held accountable to implementing the proven systems, because action is the real measure of intelligence. Think about this. Imagine that you spent your entire life savings to buy a proven system called Maytag or called eXp or called UPS or called OxyFresh or called Tip Top Canine or whatever the brand is. Imagine you spent your life savings to buy a proven system, but yet even you don't want to follow the proven system. Well, why would you not want to follow the proven system that you just bought? Well, it's because 85% of employees lie on resumes, 75% of employees steal from the workplace, and 96% of businesses fail by default. You see, we as humans are naturally equipped to drift. Our default status is one of drifting. We tend to not like to follow systems. We don't want to implement proven processes for reasons that I don't know. I don't know. But then we ask ourselves, why was Eve deceived? Why did she believe that she should let the serpent take the lead? I don't know. I mean, Why would Eve be deceived and let the serpent take the lead? These are questions that I have. I don't know. Typically, if a snake talks to me, I don't listen to it. But a lot of snakes, I've never talked to a snake. But maybe the snake didn't disturb her. Maybe it seemed appealing. I don't know. But Eve was deceived to believe that she should let the serpent take the lead. And I believe that a lot of self-employed people, they begin to, for step one, they search for the proven systems. Step two, they begin to implement the systems. But then step three is, are they willing to implement those systems day after day after day? Because success can be kind of boring. If you want an endless variety and you want there to always be a little bit of kind of a scary scenario each week, well, don't follow systems. But if you follow systems, you will be super successful, because the greats bore down and they follow the proven systems, whereas mediocre people tend to struggle with boredom and they're looking for something new to do, even though they already know what to do. And so it would seem as though if you're gaining traction by following a proven system, one would want to follow it, but oftentimes people don't want to follow it. So in today's edition of the Thrivetime Show, we're going to walk you through why big-time companies like UPS or Maytag or eXp Realty or Farmers Insurance or OxyFresh, why they bring in me to teach their franchisees the importance of following the systems. The importance of following the systems that they actually purchased. Think about this. Somebody actually spent their own money buying a proven system, and my job is to come in and to teach people the importance of following the proven system. So if you want to have success, I encourage you to take some notes on today's edition of the Thrivetime Show. My name is Clay Clark, and without any further ado, action is the real measure of intelligence, and the importance of following proven systems day after day.
The Maytag University was designed to give retailers a baseline level of knowledge to not only make them better retailers, but better businessmen.
You're in this class today because we want you to have the tools you need to increase your profits, your net profits, your gross profits, to turn your merchandise more quickly and to get that cash flow flowing.
My name is Molly Gibson. I come from the consumer electronics side.
Linda Kahan, I'm talking about how to make your store more appealing to more buyers.
Teaching the local entrepreneur how to do PR like the stars, how to do social media in a way that converts the clicks into cash, and how to really help them make more money now. Teach people what they need to know to grow their business effectively.
Standing on the top of a parking lot, I gave it all I had. Show me what you got. There's some things I found that make so much sound. All these words, I don't need them now. Shouting out of my windows, roll down. 'Cause I don't care anymore, said I don't
much, and I had so much fun. I can't wait to come again next year.
Okay, so now that we know the importance of following proven systems, the questions would be, what systems do you need to follow? What are the proven systems? And so what I'm going to walk you through today 3 specific systems that every business owner needs to have, that you need to have in your business today if you want to have massive success. Just 3. We could probably focus on 50, but I'm going to focus on 3 today. 1, you have to have a to-do list. So today, I got to work here approximately this morning, approximately around 4:30 today. And what did I do at 4:30? Well, I made my to-do list. And what's on my list? The things I need to get done. So step 1, you have to have a to-do list. Do you have to get up at 4:30 to do it? Do you have to get up at 3 to do it? No, but you have to have a to-do list. And I would argue that if you went around interviewing people or asking if they could present to you their to-do list, most people do not have a to-do list. Therefore, most people just drift around, and whatever interruptions that come their way, that's what they spend their day doing. You have to have a to-do list. People look oftentimes at the success of a company like Elephant in the Room or Dr. Zellner and Associates, the optometry clinic, or Z66, the auto auction, or MakeYourLifeEpic.com, my consulting company, or they look at something like a Tip Top Canine and they say, wow, this is awesome. It's great that it's having success. Woo! But very few people ask, how do you do it? But what you have to have every day in place is you have to have a to-do list. If you don't have a to-do list, you're in trouble. So you got to have a to-do list every day. Step 2, you have to have a calendar. What? You have to have a calendar. What? A calendar of the things you're going to do today. So today at 7 a.m., I will be leading a staff meeting. At 8 a.m., I'll be leading a manager's staff meeting. At 9 a.m., I'll be leading an entire group class meeting, like a group training for every employee who works within a couple companies. So there'll be about 100 people at that one. And then my whole day is structured. So there's no gaps. There's no time where I wonder what I should do today. So I have a to-do list. I have a calendar. Everybody, if you're listening out there today, you say, what do I do? You want to have a to-do list and a calendar. And 3 is you want to have a script or a checklist for everything. A script or a checklist for everything. So I don't think that anybody out there wants to travel with me, but if I do travel, I never forget socks or my wallet or my credit card or my ID or anything, my ties or my suits or my books, because I have a to-do list for traveling. What? Yes, I have a checklist for traveling. So when I leave, I don't forget stuff. Or when I host massive conferences where there's 10,000 plus people, guess what? I bring a laptop and a backup laptop. I bring a charger and a backup charger. I bring patch cables and backup patch cables. I bring speakers and backup speakers. I bring all these things. Why? Because if you're watching a streaming event online, and the last event we did had over 1 million people streaming online. And if you're watching online and all of a sudden the stream goes down, that's not a good look. So how do we get the stream back up? Well, we need to have backups for everything. If you're at a conference and all of a sudden the main microphone goes out, that's not a good look. So you want to have a backup microphone, right? And my brain is not that awesome, but my brain is for thinking, but the pen is for remembering. So what I try to do, and I encourage you to do, and I encourage franchisees to do, is you want to have a to-do list, you want to have a calendar, and you want to have scripts and systems for everything. What? Scripts and checklists for everything. Every position in your company needs a script and a checklist. Script and a checklist. No tribal knowledge, no verbal knowledge. That's the kind of jackassery you learn in college. You need to have a specific script or a checklist for every possible position. That's what you have to have in place. And if you're looking for a bonus, you say, well, what else can I learn today? What's one more thing I could learn? You always want to bet against humanity. What? This is so negative. You have to bet against humanity. I never believe that the babysitter will show up when they say they will, so I always hire 2. You hire 2 babysitters? Yes. If I have a big trip or a big date or some big thing I'm taking my incredible wife on, I'm not going to let it be derailed or canceled because of the jackassery of a babysitter. So I always schedule multiple babysitters. Every single Wednesday at 5:30, I interview potential job candidates. Why? Well, what is today? It's Monday. So today, Monday, I came into the office, and guess what happened? When you have hundreds of employees, one of the employees already today is a no-call, no-show. So we're going, that's interesting. Well, then you look, and because we're in such a passive-aggressive culture, we received a text message from the guy letting us know that he's going to be moving and he will no longer be coming into work. So he didn't give us a 2-week notice. He didn't give us a 4-week notice. He didn't give us any notice at all. But he did send us a text letting us know that after the fact, he will be moving. And that's not abnormal. And because I bet against humanity, it works because I'm always hiring new people. So today we have 2 wonderful new people starting. I wasn't sure what position they were going to take when I hired them last Wednesday at 5:30, but I knew that somebody within my life would definitely not do what they say they're going to do because I bet against humanity. So let's do a quick recap to make sure we're learning something today. Then I'm going to share with you a bombardment of testimonials of actual clients that we've helped to achieve massive success. So 1, action is the real measure of intelligence. If you learn this information today and you don't implement it, that's not good. So action is the real measure of intelligence. 2, let's think about this, okay? 85% of employees lie on resumes by default. 75% of employees steal from the workplace by default. 96% of businesses fail by default. So you don't want to be an unsuccessful person. You don't want to become a nefarious person having to scam people to pay your tax bill, right? No, you don't. So in order to stay ahead, in order to become successful, in order to make your life less stressful, you're going to have to implement the following moves. And it's very interesting how franchises will fly me in to talk to their franchisees about these very things. 1, you got to have a to-do list. What? A to-do list. Print it out. Don't have it on your phone. Why? Because if you look at your phone, it's distractions. I haven't looked at my phone yet today. I know it'll freak somebody out. I will not look at my phone until about noon today, 12 noon today. Why? Because it's endless distractions and emotional arguments and people are tweeting me random things and sending me cat videos and sending me, emails saying, how come I wasn't invited to speak at your business conference? Somebody wants a refund. Somebody's upset. Somebody wants me to go to a wedding. Someone doesn't want me to go to a wedding. It's all that. Right? So it's like going into a dumpster fire. So I prefer not to start my day off by looking into the dumpster fire. So have a to-do list. 2, have a calendar. Yes. Boop, boop. Somebody out there just want to make a point. You have to have a calendar. A calendar? Yes, a calendar. What? A calendar. If you went out there today and tried to patent the word calendar, you probably could because no one uses a calendar. But you need to have a calendar. This is cutting edge technology. 3rd, you want to have a script and a checklist for every position within your business. And 4th and finally, I would recommend that you bet against humanity and that you always are doing interviews all the time. You never stop interviewing candidates because at some point, somebody's going to quit and you, as the business owner, will usually be the last person to find out. And so on the next portion of today's show, I'm going to introduce you to several clients out there, wonderful people just like you, who've had massive success as a result of implementing the proven systems and processes that we teach right here at the Thrivetime Show. And if you want to move on from being a hearer of these words and to becoming an implementer or a doer, I would recommend you go to thrivetimeshow.com. I'm going there right now. I'm pushing through carpal tunnel. How can I do it? I'm going there right now. I'm going to thrivetimeshow.com. Go there right now, folks. Here we go. We're going to thrivetimeshow.com. And you click on the business conferences button. And when you click there, you can buy a ticket to our in-person workshops for $250 or whatever price you want to pay. So it's $250 or whatever price you want to pay. And I promise you those events will be life-changing. But don't take my word for it. If you go to thrivetimeshow.com and you click on the testimonials button, as of right now, as of today, this is a real thing. We have over 2,000 video testimonials of people that we've helped to move beyond just surviving. And you can watch those video testimonials there to inspire you at thrivetimeshow.com. Click on the testimonials button. Or if you want to schedule a one-on-one 13-point assessment with myself, you can do that. We have a call screener that makes sure that you're not delusional. But if you are an actual human on the planet Earth that's wanting to sell a real product to real humans in exchange for real sustained success, you can schedule that free 13-point assessment with myself today by going to thrivetimeshow.com. You go to thrivetimeshow.com and you'll just schedule a consultation right there, again, at thrivetimeshow.com. My name's Clay Clark. I want to encourage you, if you're out there today and you want to implement these things and you want to have massive success, it requires boom. It requires big, overwhelming, optimistic momentum. That's what it requires. That's what it requires is big, overwhelming, optimistic momentum. And now without any further ado, here we go, folks. 3, 2, 1, boom.
We're here in Boston, and this is a Maytag Takeover.
My name is Mark Hecht, and I'm with Whirlpool Corporation. I work with Maytag channel dealers. Well, today we're pretty excited about our store takeover. We came in, and within 24 hours, we're going to totally redo the store. The idea behind this is we want to upgrade the entire image of the store so that it's more in line with what Maytag stands for, which is dependability, quality, and great performance in the product.
Lance Valle, I'm the owner at Valle Construction Services.
John White, I'm the Executive Vice President for Brand Source. We have all of the Maytag channels submit essays and pictures as to why they feel they deserve to have their store made over. We go through all the submissions, look at pictures, read their story, look at sales volume, and try and pick based on the best candidate available at the time.
My name is Lloyd Douglas. I am the owner of Douglas Appliance, family business. Last time we actually updated it, we built this part in 1988. I think we may have put a coat of paint maybe 10 years ago. So it was time.
The plan is to just give them a fresh new look, kind of a restart, and spruce it up a bit.
We have a lot of guys in a very small space trying to work to knock this out as fast as we can. We really do these projects in, really less than 48 hours, so it'll be crowded, but everybody's going to work hard and bust it out and be out of here late tomorrow.
Most nervous I am is to see what's going to be happening.
You have a lot of customers today that, if you're buying appliances, it's like being in your home. It's the same stuff that they use to prepare meals for their families. We want it to feel like they're at home when they're inside the store. Today we're going to change everything from lighting, paint colors, some cabinetry, their cash wrap area, really freshen up and give it a new look.
My name is James Small, and I'm the market manager for Whirlpool, covering Douglas Appliance here. A little chaotic at the moment, but we'll get through it. And we have a 48-hour window where they're going to have this completed by. So we will be open tomorrow here for customers.
We're in Boston, and this is a Maytag takeover.
Mom and Dad started the business 1967 just as service for the first 5 years. In 1972, they opened up the first store. 1976, I actually started working full-time for Mom and Dad doing service. Worked during the day, went to school at night, learned how to fix the appliances. I actually bought the business from my parents about 8 years ago, about the same time that Whirlpool bought the Maytag company. Mom and Dad were ready to slow down a little bit, but wanted to keep working, so I kind of took a little bit of the headaches away and gave them to my sisters and brothers.
Do we seriously only have an hour left?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. All right. We better hurry. Countdown's on.
My name is Diana Young. I am one of the Douglases. I do a lot of the ordering. I wait on customers, do sales, do a little bit of everything, just like the rest of us in the family. This has just been just incredible. The brand source feels like family to us, and who knows it better than us that, we've been doing this since 1967, and our whole family has been in it. And with brand source, we've just enlarged our family.
My name is Brenda Ferris. I'm a Douglas. My title would be I'm parts manager and then backup sales. All of our customers are so excited. They've been waiting and waiting, and they're going to be amazed. And it's amazing what Anitra said. It's just a little bit can change so much. But to have all of you come out and take a look and say, this is all you need, it's just little tweaks that are amazing.
We had a 6-stack dishwasher display, which was too much. They came in and they built a 4 display with a countertop, which we will have room to display other things like KitchenAid, small appliances. The countertop for the sales floor, they completely tore that out. The lighting, they've added extra lighting. We had what we really didn't think of as darker areas, but seeing the difference now, it's huge.
I am so excited. It's been a lot of work and a lot of anticipation, but it went above and beyond. It's way more than I expected.
I am so excited. I really don't have words for it. It just feels so good. And the whole camaraderie between everyone at here, in our workplace, family and all the people that work here anyways at this point are family if they're not. And just all of you. It's just amazing. And everybody is so excited to see it.
Hi, welcome to Douglas Appliance. We're finishing up our 2015 store makeover. This entire makeover that you saw in this video took less than 24 hours, and we spent less than $1,500 in total materials. As you can see from the video, we've greatly improved the customer experience when they come in the store. It's a much more comfortable, much more warm feeling when we go through. You too could do this to your store and improve your customer's experience as well.
Hello, my name is Charles Colaw with Colaw Fitness. Today I want to tell you a little bit about Clay Clark and how I know Clay Clark. Clay Clark has been my business coach since 2017. He's helped us grow from 2 locations to now 6 locations. We're planning to do 7 locations in 7 years and then franchise. And Clay has done a great job of helping us navigate anything that has to do with running the business, building the systems, the checklists, the workflows, the audits, how to navigate lease agreements, how to buy property, how to work with brokers and builders. This guy is just amazing. He's this kind of guy has worked in every single industry. He's written books with Lee Crockrell, head of Disney, with the 40,000 cast members. He's friends with Mike Lindell. He does Reawaken America tours, where he does these tours all across the country where 10,000 or more people show up to some of these tours. On the day-to-day, he does anywhere from about 160 companies. He's at the top. He has a team of business coaches, videographers, and graphic designers and web developers, and they run 160 companies every single week. So think of this guy with a team of business coaches running 160 companies. So in the weekly, he's running 160 companies. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's doing Reawaken America tours. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's also doing business conferences where 200 people show up, and he teaches people a 13-step proven system that he's done and worked with billionaires, helping them grow their companies. I've seen guys from startups go from startup to being multimillionaires, teaching people how to get time freedom and financial freedom through the system. Critical thinking, document creation, putting it into organizing everything in their head to building into a franchisable, scalable business. One of his businesses has 500 franchises. That's just one of the companies or brands that he works with. So amazing guy, Elon Musk kind of smart guy. He kind of comes off sometimes as socially awkward, but he's so brilliant and he's taught me so much. When I say that, Clay is like, he doesn't care what people think when you're talking to him. He cares about where you're going in your life and where he can get you to go. And that's what I like most about him. He's like a good coach. A coach isn't just making you feel good all the time. A coach is actually helping you get to the best you. And Clay has been an amazing business coach. Through the course of that, we became friends. I was really most impressed with him is when I was shadowing him one time. We went into a business deal and listened to it. I got to shadow and listen to it. And when we walked out, I knew that he could make millions on the deal. And they were super excited about working with him. And he told me, he's like, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to turn it down because he knew it was going to harm the common good of people in the long run. And the guy's integrity just really wowed me. It brought tears to my eyes to see that this guy, his highest desire was to do what's right. And anyways, just an amazing man. So anyways, impacted me a lot. He's helped navigate anytime I've got nervous or worried about how to run the company or, navigating competition and an economy that's like, I remember we got closed down for 3 months. He helped us navigate on how to stay open, how to get back open, how to just survive through all the COVID shutdowns, lockdowns, because our clubs were all closed for 3 months and you have $350,000 of bills you got to pay, and we have no accounts receivable. He helped us navigate that, and of course we were conservative enough that we could afford to take that on for a period of time. But it was anyways, great man. I'm very impressed with him. So Clay, thank you for everything you're doing, and I encourage you, if you haven't ever worked with Clay, work with Clay. He's going to help magnify you, and there's nobody I have ever met that has the ability to work as hard as he does. He probably sleeps 4, maybe 6 hours a day, and literally the rest of the time he's working, and he can outwork everybody in the room every single day, and he loves it. So anyways, this is Charles Kolaw with Kolaw Fitness. Thank you, Clay, and anybody out there that's wanting to work with Clay, it's a great opportunity to ever work with him. So you guys have a blessed one. This is Charles Kolaw. We'll see you guys. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Aaron Antis with Shaw Homes. I first heard about Clay through a mortgage lender here in town who had told me what a great job he had been doing for them, and I actually noticed he was driving a Lamborghini all of a sudden, so I was willing to listen. In my career, I've sold a little over $800 million in real estate. So honestly, I thought I kind of knew everything about marketing and homes. And then I met Clay, and my perception of what I knew and what I could do definitely changed. After doing $800 million in sales over a 15-year career, I really thought I knew what I was doing. I've been managing a large team of salespeople for the last 10 years here with Shaw Homes. And I mean, we've been a company that's been in business for 35 years. We've become one of the largest builders in the Tulsa area, and that was without Clay. So when I came to know Clay, I really thought, man, there's not much more I need to know, but I'm willing to listen. The interesting thing is our internet leads from our website has actually, in a 4-month period of time, has gone from somewhere around 10 to 15 leads in a month to 180 internet leads in a month. Just from the few things that he's shown us how to implement that I honestly probably never would have come up with on my own. So I got a lot of good things to say about the system that Clay put in place with us. And it's just been an incredible experience. I am very glad that we met and had the opportunity to work with Clay. So the interaction with the team and with Clay on a weekly basis is honestly very enlightening. One of the things that I love about Clay's perspective on things is that he doesn't come from my industry. He's not somebody who's in the home building industry. I've listened to all the experts in my field. Our company has paid for me to go to seminars, international builder shows, all kinds of places where I've had the opportunity to learn from the experts in my industry. But the thing that I found working with Clay is that he comes from such a broad spectrum of working with so many different types of businesses that he has a perspective that's difficult for me to gain because I get so entrenched in what I do, I'm not paying attention to what other leading industry experts are doing, and Clay really brings that perspective for me. It is very valuable time every week when I get that hour with him. From my perspective, the reason that any business owner who's thinking about hooking up with Thrive needs to definitely consider it is because the results that we've gotten in a very short period of time are honestly monumental. It has really exceeded my wildest expectation of what he might be able to do. I came in skeptical because I'm very pragmatic, and as I've gone through the process over just a few months, I've realized it's probably one of the best moves we've ever made. I think a lot of people probably feel like they don't need a business or marketing consultant because they maybe are a little bit prideful and like to think they know everything. I know that's how I felt coming in. I mean, we're a big company that's definitely one of the largest in town. And so we kind of felt like we knew what we were doing. And I think for a lot of people, they let their ego get in the way of listening to somebody that might have a better or different perspective than theirs. I would just really encourage you, if you're thinking about working with Clay, I mean, the thing is, it's month to month. Go give it a try and see what happens. I think in the 35-year history of Shaw Homes, this is probably the best thing that's happened to us. And I know if you give them a shot, I think you'll feel the same way. I know for me, the thing I would have missed out on if I didn't work with Clay is I would have missed out on literally an 1,800% increase in our internet leads. Going from 10 a month to 180 a month, that would have been a huge financial decision to just decide not to give it a shot. I would absolutely recommend Clay Clark to anybody who's thinking about working with somebody in marketing. I would skip over anybody else you were thinking about, and I would go straight to Clay and his team. I guarantee you're not going to regret it because we sure haven't.
My name is Danielle Sprick, and I am the founder of D. Sprick Realty Group here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. After being a stay-at-home mom for 12 years and my 3 kids started school and they were in school full-time, I was at a crossroads and trying to decide what do I want to do? My degree and my background is in education, but after being a mom and staying home and all of that, I just didn't have a passion for it like I once did. My husband suggested real estate. He's a home builder, so real estate and home building go hand in hand, and we just rolled with it. I love people, I love working with people, I love building relationships, but one thing that was really difficult for me was the business side of things. The processes and the advertising and marketing. I knew that I did not have what I needed to make that what it should be. So I reached out to Clay at that time, and he and his team have been extremely instrumental in helping us build our brand, help market our business, our agents, the homes that we represent. Everything that we do is a direct line from Clay and his team and all that they've done for us. We launched our brokerage, our real estate brokerage, 8 months ago. And in that time, we've gone from myself and one other agent to just this week, we signed on our 16th agent. We have been blessed with the fact that we right now have just over 10 million in pending transactions. 3 years ago, I never would have even imagined that I would be in this role that I'm in today, building a business, having 16 agents. But I have to give credit where credit's due, and Clay and his team and the business coaching that they've offered us has been huge. It's been instrumental in what we're doing. Don't ever limit your vision. When you dream big, big things happen.
I started a business because I couldn't work for anyone else. I do things my way. I do what I think is in the best interest of the patient. I don't answer to insurance companies. I don't answer to large corporate organizations. I answer to my patient, and that's it. My thought when I opened my clinic was I can do this all myself. I don't need additional outside help in many ways. I went to medical school. I can figure this out. But it was a very, very steep learning curve. Within the first 6 months of opening my clinic, I had a $63,000 embezzlement. I lost multiple employees. Clay helped us weather the storm of some of the things that are just a lot of people experience, especially in the medical world. He was instrumental in helping with the specific written business plan. He's been instrumental in hiring good quality employees, using the processes that he outlines for getting in good talent, which is extremely difficult. He helped me in securing the business loans. He helped me with web development and search engine optimization. We've been able to really keep a steady stream of clients coming in because they found us on the web. With everything that I encountered, everything that I experienced, I quickly learned it is worth every penny to have someone in your team that can walk you through and even avoid some of the pitfalls that are almost invariable in starting your own business. I'm Dr. Chad Edwards, and I own Revolution Health and Wellness Clinic.
The Thrivetime Show, 2-day interactive business workshops, are the highest and most reviewed business workshops on the planet.
You can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. I mean, we get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you raise capital? How do you get a small business loan? We teach you everything you need to know here during a 2-day, 15-hour workshop. It's all here for you. You work every day in your business, but for 2 days you can escape and work on your business and build these proven systems so now you can have a successful company that will produce both the time freedom and the financial freedom that you deserve. You're going to leave energized, motivated, but you're also going to leave empowered. The reason why I've built these workshops is because as an entrepreneur, I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it, it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick, walk-on-hot-coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business. And I encourage you to not believe what I'm saying, and I want you to Google the Z66 auto auction. I want you to Google elephant in the room. Look at Robert Zellner and Associates. Look them up and say, are they successful because they're geniuses, or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't love it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see you.